If your currency columns keep changing, flipping symbols, or turning into weird decimals, it's not you. It's Excel's auto-formatting making assumptions. You type a value that looks like money, and Excel quietly decides what it means. Then you copy, paste, import, or change a regional setting, and the same cells suddenly display differently. The worst part is that the numbers can be technically correct while the display is misleading, or the display looks right while the underlying value is wrong. That's how reports get rejected and reconciliations take hours. In this breakdown, you'll learn why currency and accounting formats behave differently, why auto-formatting breaks during imports and pastes, and how to lock your sheet so it stays stable. The goal is simple. You should control what a number means and how it shows, every time. Next step. First, separate two ideas that Excel mixes together. There's the underlying value, which is just a number stored in the cell. And there's the number format, which is the mask Excel uses to display it. Currency and accounting are both just formats, not different data types. That means Excel can show the same value as $1,234.50, or 1.234,50 euro, or even as $1,234.05 with no symbol. Auto-formatting changes that mask based on what you type, what you paste, and what Excel thinks your locale is. And sometimes Excel converts the underlying value too, especially when it thinks you entered text that should be a number. Once you understand value versus format, the fixes become much easier. You stop chasing symbols and start controlling the rules that create them. Next step. Now let's clarify currency versus accounting, because they look similar but behave differently. Currency format is straightforward. It puts the currency symbol right next to the number and uses your chosen decimals. Accounting format is designed for financial statements. It aligns currency symbols in a column, aligns decimals, and shows negatives differently, often with parentheses. It also treats zero values in a special way, depending on the template. The key issue is that accounting is more opinionated. When you copy it across workbooks, or when the workbook's locale changes, accounting can switch symbols or spacing in ways that feel random. Currency is usually more predictable, but it still depends on the workbook's regional settings. So if your goal is stable reporting, you need to choose the format intentionally, not let Excel pick it for you. Next step. A common break happens when Excel guesses the wrong decimal separator. Some systems use a dot for decimals and a comma for thousands. Others swap that. If you import data like 1.23456 and Excel expects 1,234.56, it may read it as text, or it may convert it to the wrong number. Then you apply currency format and think it's fixed, but it's only dressing up a bad value. Another trap is copy-paste from websites or PDFs. You can bring in hidden spaces, non-breaking spaces, or currency symbols that prevent proper conversion. Excel may still display something that looks like money while calculations fail or totals don't match. The real fix is to standardize the value first. Next step. Another reason formats flip is that Excel ties currency symbols to regional settings. There are two layers here. Your operating system region influences defaults, and each workbook can carry its own language and region assumptions through templates, older files, or copied sheets. So you might format a column as dollars, then open the file on another machine and see a different symbol or spacing. Or you paste from a workbook set to a different locale, and the format definition comes along for the ride. Accounting format is especially sensitive because it uses a built-in currency symbol slot, not just a typed character. If you need consistent symbols across people and machines, you either set the locale intentionally or you use a custom number format that hard-codes the symbol you want. Next step. Let's talk about the looks right, calculates wrong problem. Sometimes money values are stored as text. You can spot this when totals ignore some rows or when sorting behaves strangely. Excel might left align the values, but alignment alone isn't proof. The reliable test is whether arithmetic works without errors. Text money often comes from imports, from leading apostrophes, or from currency symbols embedded in the cell content. When you apply currency format, Excel does not automatically convert text to numbers. It only changes the display for real numbers. So the fix is conversion. Use a controlled method like text to columns, value, or number value with the correct separators, Then apply currency or accounting after the value is truly numeric. Next step. Here's a clean, repeatable conversion approach that works in most messy sheets. First, pick a sample cell and confirm what's wrong: text, wrong separators, or extra symbols. Second, remove non-printing characters. Clean can help, and trim helps with normal spaces, but non-breaking spaces may need substitute. Third, convert with number value, because it lets you specify decimal and thousand separators explicitly. That's the safest way when your data comes from mixed locales. Fourth, paste values to lock the results. Only after that do you apply the final number format. This sequence matters. If you format first, you can hide the problem and miss it until reconciliation. If you convert first, your totals and pivots become reliable again. Next step. Now let's fix the auto-formatting triggers. The biggest culprit is paste behavior. Regular paste brings formatting and number formats, not just values. That's how a good currency column suddenly inherits a different accounting style from another sheet. When you're building a stable model, default to paste values for data and paste formats only when you explicitly want the look. For imports, avoid opening CSV files directly when you care about money. Direct open makes Excel guess. Instead, use an import method that lets you define data types and separators. Even if you keep it simple, the principle is the same. Don't let Excel guess. Tell it what the column is, then apply your chosen format consistently. Next step. If you need the display to be consistent across workbooks and machines, custom number formats are your best friend. Built-in currency and accounting formats can change with Locale. A custom format can hard-code a symbol like dollar or euro and define negatives and zeros exactly. For example, you can show negatives in parentheses, force 2 decimals, and show zeros as a dash. You can also control spacing so columns look clean in reports. The trade-off is that a hard-coded symbol is just a display character. It doesn't convert currencies, and it can be misleading if the underlying currency changes. So use custom formats when the currency is fixed by context, like a USD-only report, and document that choice so nobody assumes it auto-converts. Next step. Accounting format has one more gotcha. It can make columns look aligned while hiding rounding issues. You might see 2 decimals, but the underlying values could have more precision from calculations or imports. Then totals differ by a few cents, and it's hard to trace. The fix is to decide where rounding belongs. If you're presenting, formatting to 2 decimals is fine. If you're calculating, consider rounding at the right step, using round, so the stored values match the displayed values. Also watch for -0, like -0.00, which can appear after rounding. A custom format can display that as 0.00, but the underlying value may still be slightly negative. For financial work, it's worth building a small validation check that flags differences between rounded and unrounded totals. Next step. Let's make this practical with a quick troubleshooting checklist you can run anytime a money column acts weird. First, check if the values are numbers or text. Second, confirm decimal and thousand separators match your data source. Third, look for hidden characters, especially after pasting from web pages or PDFs. Fourth, inspect whether the format is built-in currency, built-in accounting, or a custom format. Fifth, test a calculation like adding 2 cells. If it fails or gives a strange result, fix the value, not the format. And finally, once it's correct, lock it in with consistent formatting rules and careful paste habits. This checklist saves time because it stops you from randomly clicking formats and hoping the problem disappears. Next step. If you share files, you also need prevention, not just repair. The simplest prevention is standardizing inputs. Use dedicated input ranges with a clear number format applied before data entry. If people paste data in, encourage paste values into those ranges. For templates, keep one format source sheet that contains the approved currency or accounting styles, so everyone copies from the same place. If your organization mixes locales, consider storing raw amounts as plain numbers with no symbol, and put the currency code in a separate column, like USD or EUR. Then apply a display format only in final reports. That separation is boring, but it's robust. It prevents Excel from guessing symbols, and it makes conversions and pivots much cleaner. Next step. One last nuance. Sometimes the wrong format is actually correct, but your expectation is based on a different standard. For example, a counting format might show a dash for 0, which is common in statements, or it might align symbols in a way that looks like extra spaces. That's not corruption, it's the design. The question to ask is, are calculations correct, and is the display appropriate for the audience? If calculations are correct, and you just dislike the look, switch to currency or a custom format. If calculations are wrong, go back to conversion and separators. This mindset keeps you calm. You don't treat every visual oddity as a data disaster. You diagnose, decide, and then lock in the behavior you want. Next step. So the core fix is simple, even if the symptoms feel messy. Control the value, then control the format. Don't rely on auto-formatting. Convert text to numbers with the right separators. Use paste methods that don't smuggle formats into your model. And when consistency matters across people and machines, use custom number formats or separate the currency code from the amount. If you want one action to take immediately, pick your most important money column and run the checklist. Numeric values, clean characters, correct separators, then a deliberate format choice. If you want more Excel deep dives like this, subscribe. And for a quick pulse check, comment with your bigger headache. A. Currency symbols changing. Or B. Numbers stored as text. Subscribe to keep optimizing your workflow and get back more of your time.